back. Finally, I'm sending a video. It took me forever to decide to send another video. Things have been busy and hectic. It is June, which means my daughter will be out of school very soon, like in another week. So I've been having a bucket list on what we're going to do when the kids are out of school for the summer. Oh, what have I been busy with? I'm so sorry. I have been busy with figuring out what we're going to do. So if you ever watch any of my older videos, I always talk about like how people that rent have to move every 2 months, every 2 years or so, because they don't own the apartment. And in Israel, the goal is to own an apartment, and most people own their apartments or work towards the goal of owning an apartment. We don't own one. So we moved from a yeshuv to the city, and thank God we have this like awesome landlord. He's so awesome. I've never had a landlord as great as him, because we've had like lots of ups and downs, staying in this apartment and trying to take care of things that I didn't think of that I had to pay for. Like, I really budget very well. And when you live on a yeshuv, you don't have to pay for a hasa'ah. You don't have to pay the chugim, like the Israel's very big on chugim, extracurricular activities for children. Very, very big on it. So there's all kind of things. And when you live on a yeshuv, they're very cheap. They're not so expensive. Oh, and also on the yeshuv, there's lots of things that they plan for children to stay on the yeshuv, like so that you don't have to travel outside of the yeshuv if you don't want to. Like, they even have like subsidized trips, so you don't pay as much as if you didn't live there. You don't pay regular price. So with that said, since living in this in the city, we pay almost double our rent that we paid before. I pay for the bus fare for my children to go to school. I pay for my husband's, his money. His money's my money. We pay for the bus fare for him to travel, to do what he needs to do. Where on the yeshuv, everything that he did was on the yeshuv, so there was really no reason to pay for bus fare for him and for the kids. So I have that, and then the chugim, which again is extracurricular activities. So the chugim, I pay almost double for my kids, and I pay more for their schooling. So all these things I didn't think about. So since we've been living here, it's been killing me, and my kids have been feeling the burn also of being able to do all the things we used to do. My kids used to feel like we were rich. Don't ask why, but they did. Now, oh my gosh, we're like miskina, very like, so sad. Like, I am always like really thinking, should we do this, should we not do? So anyway, I said to my husband, like, we probably really need to think about moving from this apartment, because it's really hard to stay here. So we were looking like in Beersheba in the south, because Israel wants lots of people to move out of the city of Yerushalayim or all of the major cities and move like different other places, like Beersheba, which is all the way south, or Netivot, which is south. North, they used to have like people moving to the north, benefits for moving to the north, but they didn't say that this time. So I guess when people made Aliyah from France and America and Australia or wherever they come from, they moved to the north. So now they don't need to keep populating up north. They're trying to populate further south. So anyway, we were looking in the south, and the apartment in Beersheba is like half the price, almost half the price of what we pay now. So we were looking and we were thinking about it, and interesting enough, all Israelis that I spoke to totally was like, don't move, stay where you are, get another job, get a job, or do some extra work at home. I feel like this is so low. I am like, so, do all these things to stay where you are. The kids are happy in school. The kids are happy in school. And that's the most important thing, which they're right. Because again, remember, I just changed my daughter's school a few months ago and she's super happy. And I like to keep her there and whatever. So that was a big thing. And then on Shabbat, like haven't seen like lots of children. So recently we discovered a different part of the neighborhood where there are lots of children, religious children playing, and it's like really great, wonderful, yay. So that's what we've been doing for like almost a month now. So back to the apartment. So my friend suggested, why don't you speak to the landlord and see if he'll lower the rent? Like, who lowers their rent, right? Maybe he'll lower the rent, she said, because if he really likes you, he doesn't want to look for new tenants, and it might be great. So I was like, it doesn't hurt, we can see, like, and then that way we could stay where we are for a bit. So my husband spoke to the landlord. The landlord is going to lower the rent. I'm so excited. Who does that? I'm telling you, in Israel, people don't do that. I mean, they help you, but they don't need to lower the rent. There'll be somebody else willing to pay this price for this apartment. But he does like us, and he's like really awesome, and so he's lowering the rent. So is he lowering it like what we would pay in Beersheba? No. But to move to Beersheba, we would have to pay like moving costs is expensive. That's one thing I will say, because you don't want to do it yourself. We live 2 flights down, and you need somebody to know how to maneuver the furniture and get it up in a timely fashion. And they do everything from A to Z. A guy will carry a refrigerator on his back. You know what I'm saying? It's so cool. A couch on his back. Like, we don't do that. My husband's not the person to be moving us. So it's great, and it's stress-free. So you're paying like a lot of money. So the amount we pay to move and the cost, the stress of trying to find schools for the kids, and the agmas nefesh of the stress that my children would be under, because they have to do something new again, move to something totally different. So thank God we're going to stay where we are. So that's pretty much what I've been focused on. And until we get to that hump of re-signing, it's just going to be really tight. And as long as my kids know that there is light at the end of the rainbow, they'll manage, Thank God. I'm really happy for this landlord, and I'm so happy that he said that he would do this. But another thing that has happened since I said this, I'm not sure if I should make another video, because sometimes the YouTube doesn't let me do 10 minutes, but I'm going to try and see what happens, and I'll cut it off and start over. So, we're going to stay here. I made a bucket list of things for the kids and I to do for the summer. My husband doesn't go anywhere, basically. He likes to stay here. But he took them to the park. They walked to the park. There are lots of parks here, lots of things to do. So he took them to one that's in the neighborhood. And my daughter has, the government pays for 10 free swimming lessons for every child in Kita Hay, which is 5th grade. So that's great. So instead of me paying for lessons for her this summer, I'm just going to wait till she gets those 10 lessons in school, because I did it last year. 10 lessons in school, and then after that, then she could continue learning to swim. And my son, he's so far from wanting to swim is like beyond belief, but he's also have to learn how to swim. Yeah, so in Israel, most people know how to swim, I think, because there's water everywhere. Everybody goes to the beach. And like I said, everybody does chugim, even parents. Like I did sewing. You remember I did sewing a while ago. Oh, also I'm going to do more sewing for other people, I think that I'll do. So that is it. And I'll send another video about something else that I find interesting. And thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and like, and that's it. Thanks. And if you have any questions, of course, ask in the comment section and I will try and answer them. Thanks so much.